Hi, everyone. Phil Junta here, your host, narrator, and writer here on Got a Story for You. Just another very quick update episode for you. I have some great news, some exciting news. First of all, here we are at the end of April, which was Child Abuse Prevention Month. And during April, 100% of the proceeds from sales of my novel, Testing the Prisoner, will be donated to Prevent Child Abuse America. That is a Chicago-based charity that intervenes to prevent the abuse and neglect of our nation's children. So thank you to everyone who purchased copies of Testing the Prisoner, whether online, from your favorite indie bookshop, or through Amazon, Barnes and Noble, or even at the Right Stuff conference. Just a few weeks ago, we had our annual writers conference called the Right Stuff, sponsored by the Greater Lehigh Valley Writers Group. It was a wonderful conference. Jonathan Mayberry, New York Times bestselling author and five-time Bram Stoker Award winner, was our keynote speaker. He was absolutely inspiring. As always, our entire faculty of presenters was wonderful. And of course, a lot of people bought Testing the Prisoner, and I really, really appreciated that during the conference. So next month, when I have all the numbers in, I'll tally up the donations, add some money of my own on top of it, and I'll come back here and report to you how much we donated to Prevent Child Abuse America. Second bit of news about Testing the Prisoner is at the beginning of April, in the first week of April, it won a few more awards. Let me just share this with you. Testing the Prisoner was entered into a couple of presentations, a couple of awards rather. One of which was called the Book Fest. The Book Fest has been around for a few years now. It holds awards every spring and fall. So I entered Testing the Prisoner for the spring 2024 awards, and it took second place in the ghosts and paranormal category. So very, very pleased with that, of course. And I'm also a member of the National Federation of Press Women. It is an organization of primarily journalists, but also any kind of writers at all. And most states in the country have an affiliate. And in my case, it's the Pennsylvania Press Club. So when you enter their communications contest each year, you submit your work, whether it's an article, whether it's a novel, a short story, whether it's photos, to your local state affiliate. So Testing the Prisoner was submitted to the Pennsylvania Press Club to be judged at the state level. And to my absolute surprise, it took first place in books, fiction for adult readers, as you can see here on the screen. First place in that category, and a short story that I submitted called Pearl of Great Price was a detective story, took honorable mention. One thing to note is that all first place winners in all state affiliates of the National Federation of Press Women are forwarded to the national competition. And that national competition, the results of which are announced at the annual NFPW conference. This year, that's June 22nd in St. Louis, Missouri. So come June, hopefully, I will have an update for you about Testing the Prisoner's results at the national level. And we'll see how well it does. But so far, I'm extremely proud to be second place in the Book Fest, my first time entering the Book Fest competition, and to get second place, and to be first place in the Pennsylvania Press Club competition. And again, I'll keep you updated on what happens with the national competition later on. So good news all around there. And let's see, I may have something else here for you. Let me share something else for you real quick. Just some books that I'm reading right now. First off, we have a great little short story collection by Weldon Burge called Toxic Candy. Toxic Candy. And Weldon is a longtime writer. I've reviewed one of his books on my last episode called Harvester of Sorrow. It was a crime thriller. This is a Toxic Candy is a collection of his short stories. They're all reprints for the most part of his short stories that were printed in various anthologies over the years. And in fact, I was in some of these anthologies with him. I also had short stories in some of these, so I recognized some of them as I began reading Toxic Candy. But Toxic Candy is basically, as the subtitle suggests, tales of suspense, fantasy, and horror. These are the genres in which Weldon specializes. And I'm about halfway through the book and I'm enjoying it immensely. There are a lot of stories I never read before, some again that I have because I've recognized them from other anthologies, but it's a great book. It's out there on Amazon right now. Weldon Burge, Toxic Candy. So if you enjoy stories of suspense, horror, fantasy, check it out. Weldon's a fantastic writer. He's a veteran in the business. You can't go wrong with Weldon Burge. And the other book I'm reading right now is a classic, Philip K. Dick's A Scanner Darkly, which was, of course, made into the 2006 film starring Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder, Robert Downey Jr. A Scanner Darkly is about a drug addict named Bob Arctor who is being watched and surveilled by a narcotics officer named Fred. The only problem is they're one and the same person. Bob is addicted to a drug called Substance D, which has the nasty side effect of splitting your personality. And as the book progresses, we see his personalities, Bob and Fred, become further and further, diverging further and further, and to see where that goes. So I won't spoil the ending for you. I won't spoil any of this for you. I'm just letting you know what it's about. And so it's not my favorite Philip K. Dick novel. That still remains a tie between Flow My Tears, The Policeman Said, and Ubik. Those are two of my favorites, Philip K. Dick novels, and of course, Duane George's Dream of Electric Sheep, which became Blade Runner, one of my favorite books and films of all time. But I thought I'd throw these two out here for you as recommendations. Go ahead and check them out. Um, and so, one last bit of news before I let you go. Um, my second paranormal mystery novel, the second edition of my second paranormal mystery novel, is available on pre-order right now. It's called By Your Side. This is the print proof copy from Amazon, hence the little not for resale stripe across the cover. I also have a print proof coming in from Draft to Digital. I handle Amazon as its own separate entity. I upload directly to them, and then Draft to Digital distributes to all the other retailers, Barnes and Noble and Kobo and all the other ones out there, um, independent bookstores and such. But with Amazon, I deal with them directly. So my Kindle version and my paperback to Amazon is one entity, and then I use Draft to Digital for everybody else. But so the print proof is in from Amazon. This is the second edition again of my second paranormal mystery novel, By Your Side. It was originally published in 2012 by Firebringer Press, but much like Testing a Prisoner, I'm re-releasing these books because Firebringer closed up in 2021. So re-edited both books and gave them both brand new covers by artist Scott Barnett, who's a fantastic comic book artist. And of course, finally getting a chance to see my main character, psychic medium Miranda Lorenzen, in the flesh or in artwork, if you will. We've never actually had an image of her until Scott came along and did these covers. So it's nice to see this, and it's a fantastic re-edited, revised edition of the book. Um, it will be out on July 22nd. It is currently on pre-order. I'm waiting for the Draft to Digital print proof to arrive in the mail, hopefully this week or next, and then I will approve that, and that paperback will be out on pre-order as well. So for right now on Amazon, the pre-order is available for paperback and ebook and the Kindle. The ebook is also available in Barnes and Noble and Kobo and Apple and all those other ones through Draft to Digital. The last step is approving Draft to Digital's paperback version, so that can be available at Barnes and Noble and some of the other paperback resellers as well, including like Powell's Books and Books a Million and your favorite independent bookstore. So it's like basically handling the ebook and the paperback through two different distributors. So anyway, I'm very proud of this book. I can't wait to have it launch on the weekend of July 26th or 25th at the Shore Leave Science Fiction Convention in Lancaster, PA. Shore Leave is a long running convention, 44 years running. They've always been in the Baltimore area, Hunt Valley, Maryland. However, the hotel at Hunt Valley, Maryland has closed, sadly, after all these years. And the convention will be taking place in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Now, I'll have links to everything I've talked about in the show notes below, to Shore Leave, to pre-order links for By Your Side, to some of these book awards I've been talking about. So, and of course, to Prevent Child Abuse America, all those links will be down there. But By Your Side, going live on July 22nd, which is a Monday, and then launching the following weekend at Shore Leave Science Fiction Convention in Lancaster, which, by the way, is where this story takes place. It takes place in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It always has. Since the book was, I didn't edit that, didn't change that. It's always been that way. And by sheer coincidence, one of my favorite science fiction conventions has moved from Baltimore up to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So seems appropriate to launch this book at Shore Leave this year. So that's all I have for now. very exciting news. Testing the Prisoner has actually been submitted to 4 more awards. Um, and as those results come in, I'll be back with those as well. But next month, in May, middle of May, end of May, I hope to return with information about the donation to Prevent Child Abuse America. Alrighty, thank you so much for all of your support, for supporting small press writers, independent writers, and publishers. It's very much appreciated, and I'll catch you next time. Alrighty, take care. See you soon.